Japanese gardens capture nature within a limited space and can be enjoyed through all 4 seasons. Their beauty is recognized around the world.
It looks wild, but it's really precise.
It's very, very structured and very, very beautiful.
To prove their popularity, there are now over 500 Japanese gardens overseas. But what is our impression of Japanese garden when we imagine it?
まあ雰囲気があって、あとはなんか上品でおしゃれみたいな。
Most of us only think they're nice and relaxing to look at, but there's actually a lot more to it.
石と水と植栽、それで、自然の景色を再現してる。
Japanese gardens expressing nature as it is using natural materials has a very different composition from the Western gardens that express nature in order.
窓枠が額縁のような。
In addition, there are unique Japanese techniques used to entertain people. On this episode, don't waste your time just looking at them. We'll invite you to the deeper world of Japanese gardens with facts that'll make your experience more fun.
Welcome to the show where Boys and Men introduces Japanese tradition and culture to the world. Think you've seen it all? Well, you just might learn a thing or two. Boys and Men, Japanesque.
Today, we're in a big city, Tokyo. Just off from a busy main street is where you'll find a designated special place of scenic beauty by the government, Rikugien. The 5th shogun of the Edo shogunate, Tokugawa Tsunayoshi's close advisor, Yanagisawa Yoshiyasu, took 7 years to build this historic garden. As a side note, the culture of Japanese garden was said to have first appeared in Japan over 1,300 years ago. Today, we will have Ms. Yokoyama, a guide here at Rikugien, show us how to enjoy the Japanese garden. First, the 4 elements composing Japanese garden.
石と水と植栽、植栽っていうのは樹木を植えることですね。で、それで、自然の景色を再現してる。
この橋みたいなのがあって、
人工物の橋とか、石灯籠とかポイントとして置くんですね。風景の景に物と書いて、景物としてそういうものを配置するという、それを含めて4要素というんですけれども。
Natural materials such as stone and water and man-made planting and scenery are the 4 elements. For instance, looking at a certain spot in Rikugien, now, here's a different view. As you can see, these 4 elements can be seen everywhere in this garden. Japanese garden, using irregular arrangements close to actual nature, is very different from the Western garden, which often gives order by touching up. Three main styles of the Japanese garden. First, roji, which adorn the path leading up to the tea house. Kare-sansui, developed under the influence of Zen and expresses water flow and ripples with only sand. The most common is the Chisen garden, which are designed around the pond just like Rikugien. The 3 great gardens of Japan, Kairakuen in Mito, Kenrokuen in Kanazawa, and Korakuen in Okayama, also belongs to this style. These gardens are all Kaiyu style, which has circulating walking paths to enjoy around the garden.
池の周りに園路、 道ですね。こう散歩しながら、回遊するというんですけれど、景色の変化が楽しめるように作られているわけです。
The characteristics of this style are more noticeable when walking along the path. Try to remember what the view looks like from this spot. After taking just a few steps along the path, you might have noticed the view has changed greatly.
沈みかけています。平たい石があります。今亀ちゃんが甲羅干ししてる。
あれですか。
あれですね。
やっと見つけた。
それはね、画稜石と言いまして、画稜石は今まで見えてなかったのが歩いていくと徐々に姿を現す。
This scenery change is a defining characteristic of Kaiyu-style gardens.
歩くことによってその角度が変わって見える景色とかが違ったりとか、さっきの石とかも発見できたりとか、その場所場所で良さがやっぱ変わりますね。
そうです。綿密に、景色が変化していくようにうまく策定されているのが日本庭園の良さですね。
The gardens also use certain technique to entertain people. Here we have a waterfall that flows quietly among the dense trees. This view itself is already quite nice. But if you step inside a rest house near the waterfall,
窓枠が額縁のような。
This wide open windows faces the best direction to provide the best view. So if you sit down and see, the view is limited, allowing you to enjoy the scenery as if looking at a painting.
静かにこうね、なんか落ち着きながらっていうのもいいなって、なんか普段と違う感じが楽しめるっていうのは。
This technique of deliberately restricting the view can also be seen at the Adachi Museum in Shimane, which has been crowned #1 16 years in a row by a Japanese garden magazine in the United States. The view beyond the openings in the walls make you feel as if a painting has come to life. Unfortunately, on the day of this filming, it rained through most of the day. Tsuchida couldn't help but say,
で、雨全然止まないですね。今日。
そうですね。
But according to Ms. Yokoyama, rainy days are actually ideal for taking one's time to fully enjoy the garden.
木々が緑が生えてきますね。それからお客様も必然的に少なくなって静かになる。雨の風情、雨の中をこうゆっくり一人でこう回遊するという。これもまたいいですね。
自分の庭みたいに。
そうね、雨だからって言って駆け込んでどっか雨宿りの場所を探すのではなくて、多少濡れてもこう木々の緑を見ながら静かな庭園を歩くというのもいいかなと思ってます。
確かにそうですね。
Not only the different weather, Japanese garden can also be enjoyed in different ways depending on the season. Some gardens have an overall theme. In the case of Rikugien, the theme is waka poetry. The creator of this garden, Yanagisawa Yoshiyasu, being a dedicated scholar of waka poems, he has sought to recreate a famous scenic spot called Waka no Ura, which appears in one of the poems featured in the Manyoshu collection. Also,
小石川後楽園っていうのは、江戸からその木曽街道を通って京都に登っていくというそういうテーマで、江戸から京都。
いろんな場所にテーマがある庭園が。
そうですね。
The theme behind Shirotori Garden in Nagoya is the story of water. Did you know its design was inspired by the lush nature of Chubu region, such as Mount Ontake and Kiso River?